All right, Harley, if you could describe Miss Thomas in one word only, what would that word be?
Um,
That's one.
Awesome, because she cares about everybody else and not about herself, and she ain't always trying to get everybody in trouble. She's trying to help them.
All right, thanks, man. The first one is, if you had to describe Miss Thomas in one word, what would it be?
I would say friend. Yeah.
Why's that?
Because that's all she really was to me. I never looked at her as... I mean, I was intimidated as heck with her. She could be very intimidating, but just right off the bat, she treated me like a friend. She spoke my language back whenever I was 18 years old, which is hard for adults to do, and she did it really well. She was more of a friend to me than most people my age at that.
Okay, and Charlie, if you could describe Miss Thomas in one word, what would it be?
Loving.
Why's that?
Because she puts all of her time and effort into making sure kids that have screwed up get another chance. And she's really kind when she doesn't have to be.
Chris, if you could describe Miss Thomas in one word, what would it be?
Persistent,
Why's that?
because she's always on people about getting work done all the time, making sure people are getting their stuff done. And I don't know, she's on your case pretty much all the time, so she's being pretty persistent about it. So
Is that a good... Okay, Brandon, if you had to describe Miss Thomas in one word, what would that word be?
We'll have to say caring,
Why's that?
because she doesn't have to do all this for us. She could just not really care what happens to us if we graduate or anything, but she takes her time and everything else to make sure that we graduate and we have all the credits we need and everything.
All right, thanks, man.
If I had to describe Miss Thomas in one word, I couldn't do it. Everyone knows I can't describe anyone in one word. The best shot I can give is student-centered, and that's with a hyphen, so it's still one word. Everything she does centers around the students, whether it's the students here, students at the high school, the elementary schools. She's all for the students, and that extends all the way to her staff and the things that we do here.
Okay, if you could describe Mrs. Thomas in one word, what would it be doing?
I'd say interesting.
Can you back that up?
I don't know, it seems like she has some cool plans planned out after retirement. She's telling me that she wanted to move to Fayetteville and have a greenhouse, pretty much. It's like solar panels and everything. I think it's cool that she's seen a lot of the world and she's going to do a little more traveling.
She's done a lot of stuff with her life, helped out a lot of kids.
Yeah.
So interesting it is. All right, thanks, man.
Interesting.
Draven Moore.
Yes, culture wide.
If you could describe Miss Thomas in one word, what would that word be?
Caring.
Why is that?
Because she isn't like most principals that are out to get us. She's actually on our side and not 100% evil.
I'll second that. Emily, if you could describe Miss Thomas in one word only, what would it be?
Encouraging.
Encouraging.
Why?
Because she encourages all of her students.
We don't need this part. Describe Miss Thomas in one word, what would that word be?
Smart.
Why is that?
Because I figure she's traveled a lot around the world and whatnot, so she's got to be smart. And she helped me with world history a lot. Some stuff that the teachers at the high school really didn't even help me with the first year I had it.
Alright, thanks, man. Alright, John.
Yeah.
If you could describe Mrs. Thomas in one word, what would it be?
Caring.
Why is that?
Because she's helped out all of the kids since the early 90s. Because she cares.
Alright. Jordan. If you could describe Miss Thomas in one word, what would that word be?
Epic.
Why is that?
Because she does a lot of stuff for me. I mean, she reminds me to do stuff. She keeps me on track with my English, my world history, my math. She makes sure I get it done and everything like that.
And gets you ready for next year and stuff.
Yeah. And she discusses next year with me a lot.
All right. Okay, Kyle, if you could describe Miss Thomas in one word, what would that word be?
Awesome.
Why is that?
Well, she's nice and she cares about us and she helps us do what we need to do to be able to get out of here.
All right, thanks.
Yeah, thank you.
Kyle, if you could describe Miss Thomas in one word, what would it be?
I'd have to say optimistic. She always finds the silver lining in a cloud, man. Seriously, if you're feeling down and like you're not gonna do, you're not gonna pass, she always finds the right words.
All right, thanks.
Mr. Bright, if you had to describe Miss Thomas in one word, what would it be?
That's a hard one, Matt. Pure evil. That's two, right?
Evil?
Pure evil would be
Oh,
two.
pure evil?
Let's see, scary woman, two. Can we come back to that one? That's hard. You have an easier question?
That's the only question.
That's the whole interview?
Yeah.
Okay. Miss Thomas, I would say focused. Miss Thomas is always focused. She is always intentional, even when you think she's not. It's just because you don't know what the foci is, but there is one.
If I had to describe Miss Thomas in two words, I would say compassionately tenacious. And the reason why I would say that is because she never quits. When she has a goal to meet, she will meet it, and she's very kind, but she will not stop until she reaches it. And she has done that for every student here. We'll miss you.
Okay, Logan, if you could describe Mrs. Thomas in one word, what would that word be?
Helpful.
Why is that?
Well, a lot of people had a chance to get in here, and she could have just thrown them out with their records. With my record, I could have just not went to school, been in the junior high, stuck in the 8th grade for 2 years, and she gave me a chance here, and has helped me ever since.
Okay, if I had to describe Miss Thomas in one word, it would be awesome. She is has been at the A school for, I don't know, how many, 5,000 years? Long time. Long time. And I knew that she wouldn't be here forever, but I'm going to miss you, Miss Thomas, and I thank you for all the help that you gave me in the last couple of years, and I really appreciate the way that you've helped these kids. And so enjoy that retirement.
Nikki, if you could describe Miss Thomas in one word, what would it be?
Awesome.
Why is that?
She's actually one person that believed that I could actually do something.
All right. Can you describe some of the stuff she's done for you?
When I actually got into a fight with Logan, she didn't kick me out, even though she didn't know she could.
All right. If I had to use one word to describe Mrs. Thomas, it would be tenacious. Because she's a fighter, and if there's something she wants to get done, she will hang in there. I've always said she's tenacious as a bulldog, because she will fight until the end, until when there's something that she thinks needs to be done for a student or anyone, she will get in there and she'll fight and she'll hang on until she gets it done.
So, Tim, if you had to describe Miss Thomas in 2 words, what would it be?
Helpful and fair.
And why did you choose those 2 words?
Because she helps a lot when I need her. And fair because when she sees trouble, she tries to make it right no matter what.